Ifa Dreams Media timakunyadilani kwambiri chifukwa munapanga chisankho chotsatira ife kuti tizikupatsirani zonse zomwe zikuchitika mdziko muno.
The victory and your two deputies. I am here to present a ministerial statement whose title is Power to the People, Building Local Leadership and Revamping the CDF for True Community Empowerment. Mr. Speaker, sir, these matters under my ministry are being brought to this august house under the title as stated above because they're issues that are immediate and must be dealt with as we speak. The following will be areas of focus in this statement. Number one, first council meetings. Number two, reconstitution of the village and area development committees. Number three, the current constituency development fund and the reformed constituency development fund. First of all, colleagues, Honorable Speaker, sir, you may recall that the Malawi Electoral Commission conducted the general elections on the 16th September 2025 under the Presidential and Parliamentary Local Government Elections Act. In the presidential elections, His Excellency the President, Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, emerged victorious with 56.8%, surpassing the 50+1 threshold by a wide margin. For this reason, therefore, allow me to extend my heartfelt congratulations to the President. I would like to further congratulate all the members of Parliament here in present for making it to this august house. Allow me, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, to go and extend it to even cabinet ministers who were appointed by His Excellency the President. This is not a mean achievement. Mr. Speaker, sir, the other equally important team in the decentralization system which participated in the elections in the 16th September 2025 general elections was that of councillors. This team deserves my unreserved congratulations too for making it to councils. As we speak, all elected positions in the country are now filled with the exception of these councillors. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, my ministry has provided guidance. Mr. Speaker, sir, my ministry has provided guidance to all councils to proceed with their first council meetings. This means that this week, beginning from today, 11th November 2025, councils will start convening in order to formally start the new councils by electing their chairpersons and vice chairpersons, mayors and deputy mayors, as is always the case. Mr. Speaker, sir, the Democratic Progressive Party presses councils as a strategic partner in the development of this country in terms of development and infrastructure and the provisions of social services to the citizens of this country. Therefore, as they meet for the first time, they must align with the tone that the state president, His Excellency Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, set during his inaugural speech at the swearing-in ceremony, and any errant council will not go scot-free under my watch. And I'll take that again. I therefore expect all councils, as they meet, to align with the tone of the President, His Excellency Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, which he did set during the inaugural speech at the swearing-in ceremony, and any errant councillors will not go scot-free, not under my watch. Mr. Speaker, sir, allow me to mention that in the past, honourable members of Parliament have been attending the first council meetings as council members. There is new direction following the High Court ruling that said members of Parliament are no longer council members. The High Court ruled that Section 5(1), Section 5(1)(b) of the Local Government Act, which brings members of Parliament into the council, is unconstitutional because it violates the doctrine of separation of powers. In compliance with this ruling, I am advising honourable members, for the time being, not to attend council meetings. Mr. Speaker, sir, on the day of the first council meetings, councillors will take their oath of office, which will be conducted by the Commission of Oath. This is necessary as councillors are supposed to make a solemn promise to the citizens before taking on their duty as public officers. Mr. Speaker, sir, honourable members may wish, if they so wish, to witness, but only as members of the general public. Reconstitution of the Village and Area Development Committee. Mr. Speaker, sir, I would also like to inform the August House that as the DPP administration sets the tone of government, it will be inevitable to revise some operational procedures. Today, allow me to touch on the Village and Area Development Committees, VDC and ADCs. The VDC and ADCs have been operating for about 6 years now. The normal validity period for these VDCs and ADC is 5 years. In addition, Mr. Speaker, sir, the committees have been operating under the previous government and vision. It is therefore important that they renew their mandate. Mr. Speaker, sir, let me inform the August House, through you, that the VDCs and ADCs, from now on, they are dissolved. Consequently, Mr. Speaker, sir, all district councils are directed to reconstitute all the VDCs and the area development committees, which will serve from now until the next 5 years. Mr. Speaker, sir, the VDCs and ADCs will not just be figureheads. Their continued membership into the committees is dependent on performance. This is why I will provide further directions at any point whenever the government thinks there is need to reconstitute them. Mr. Speaker, sir, the current Constituency Development Fund, CDF, and the reformed CDF. Mr. Speaker, sir, allow me to provide an update on the measures that the ministry has taken to address the issues of the current CDF, the issues the current CDF is facing, and the reforms that are being made for the new CDF. Mr. Speaker, sir, the government will continue to implement the current Constituency Development Fund in the 2025-2026 financial year. This is in line with His Excellency the President, Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika's directive that the reformed CDF be implemented with effect from the 1st of April 2025. I therefore wish to provide major updates and highlights on the measures that my ministry has put in place to ensure implementation of the CDF. Mr. Speaker, sir, as honorable members may recall, the very High Court ruling on the implementation of the CDF that came out, I have issued instructions to district commissioners, chief executive officers to oversee the implementation of CDF. Projects will be identified through the newly constituted Village Development Committees, VDCs, and the newly constituted Area Development Committees where members of parliament are members. The chairperson of the ADC will be responsible for the time being for filling out project identification forms, which will be submitted to their respective district commissioners. And this does not include a ward councillor. Mr. Speaker, sir, I will, let me take it again.
Order. Honourable members.
Mr. Speaker, sir.
Let us pay attention.
By public demand, I will retake that. I have instructed district commissioners, chief executive officers to oversee the implementation of CDF. Projects will be identified through the newly elected Village Development Committees and newly elected Area Development Committees, and the chairpersons of the ADCs, where a member of parliament is a member, will be responsible for filling out of project identification forms, which will be submitted to their respective district commissioners, and this does not include the ward councillor. Before, Mr. Speaker, sir, before submitting, Mr. Speaker, sir, before submitting the projects to the district commissioners, the ADC should produce a constituency development plan that constitutes all the projects coming from the VDC and ADC, covering the remaining period of 2025-2026 financial year. Allow me to clarify that. Members of the ADC are supposed to come up with development plans between the period now until the end of this financial year. And when going to the district commissioner's office, that plan will have to accompany the requisitions that are being made to prove that indeed it was discussed at the ADC. Let me proceed. In the case of urban councils, the chairpersons of the ward development committees will be responsible for the role assigned to the ADC chairpersons. Councils will be required to implement the CDF projects through contractors. Councils should establish the Trend Project Implementation Committees, PISC, to be monitoring the implementation of CDF. Mr. Speaker, sir, 2026-2027 financial year, the government seeks to deepen decentralization through reforming the current CDF. This reformed CDF will bring development closer to the people, ensure that every Malawian, regardless of location, political affiliation, benefits from our nation budget progress. Mr. Speaker, sir, as announced by His Excellency the President, the government has increased allocations to the reformed CDF from 200 billion to 500 billion per constituency. This is a 5 billion, not million, but billion. Let me take that again, Mr. Speaker, sir.
5 billion.
As announced by His Excellency the President, the government has increased the allocation of the reformed CDF from 200 million to 5 billion per constituency per year. This is transformative and life-changing initiative that will touch and improve lives across our nation. This is the first time the government has made a serious commitment to devolving resources to the councils. While the national decentralization policy recommends that 5% of the budget should be allocated to councils, it has not been implemented until His Excellency the President made the announcement. As a result, there will no longer be a need to pose questions to ministers regarding developmental projects, as funds will be available at the council level unless the inquiry pertains to policy matters. Mr. Speaker, sir, my ministry is therefore busy putting up a solid implementation framework and guidelines, and the same shall be reported back in this August House once approved by the Cabinet. Through this reformed CDF, the government aims to, among others, construct and rehabilitate essential infrastructure such as roads, bridges, schools, health facilities, water supplies, only to mention a few. It will boost agricultural productivity and enhance food security. It will create jobs. It will empower youth and women through targeted economic and social programs. Support vulnerable learners through bursaries and education assistance. These initiatives underscores the government's unwavering commitment to inclusive development for all, ensure that no community, no household, and no citizen is left behind in the journey towards prosperity. In order to ensure, Mr. Speaker, sir, that there is efficient and effective utilization of reformed CDF resources, my ministry is developing new guidelines to strengthen the management and implementation of the funds. We will ensure that all stakeholders are consulted widely and their views are considered accordingly. The guidelines will establish clear institutional arrangements, integrate community participation and ownership in all stages of project planning and execution. It will align the project's identification, approval, and implementation processes with published public finance and local governance structures. For the time being, Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like to invite all members of Parliament to consider going back in their constituencies as we prepare for the 2026-2027 implementation of the new guidelines to go in their constituencies using the new ADCs to come up with their development plans. They could either be 5-year plans or annual plans, but they must come and be ready for the coming in of the new structure of CDF. Mr. Speaker, sir, until the guidelines are done, until changes are there, you shall allow me to present another ministerial statement. I thank you.
Tikuyamikeni komanso kuthokozani popanga chisankho chokhala pamenepa kumvetsera komanso kuonera zomwe takubweretserani. Chomwe tingakupempheni choti ngati muli alendo pamudzi pano tapangani subscribe chifukwa mukatero inu ndife tidzendera limodzi kuyambira lero mpaka na masiku omwe akubwera kusogoloko. Timabweratu ndi nkhani zochokera ngodya zonse zinayi za mdziko lino kotero kuti inu simukuyenera kuti mukhale kunja kwa nkhani zimenezi. Tapangani subscribe, like, comment komanso share kuti tikhale limodzi mu ulendo umenewu.